movies. I didn't watch as much as I wanted to, but I still got some in. Also, I had my wisdom teeth surgery, so that's why I could have did it on the first, but... Alright, I only watched 2 short films. The first one is Infinite Worlds. I'm in it. Go and watch it. It's really fucking good. On a real note, though, the story is a good inspiration from Everything Everywhere All at Once. And it's a student film. It's not going to be top tier CGI and all that. We shot in front of a green screen. Dialogue, I feel like there could have been some better choices. And camera shots, or cuts I should say, could have been a little better, but it's a student film. Whiplash. I'm not going to talk about the short film because that's in the feature film. You could definitely see why it became a feature film because of the acting and the story that it was trying to tell. It was trying to say that no matter how you get success, it's going to be hard. But this went beyond that. This said, no, you're not getting success if you do not follow what I say. And J.K. Simmons, his acting and his yelling, well, it's the same thing, made you really hate him, but also you could like kind of see where he's coming from with one of the scenes where he hates the words "good job." Parasite. I can see why this indie film got a lot of praise because it deserves it. It deserves it. It tells the story of a poor family who winds up migrating into this rich family's house and their life, and eventually they get fucked over because lying doesn't get you far. It doesn't. And they nearly got fucked over. I don't know how the hell the son survives. I really don't know how. But the storytelling and the narration, I think, it wasn't forced. It was smart. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. This was a pleasure to watch. I saw this in theaters. This was a pleasure. I loved every second of it. James Gunn we trust for the new DC universe. This man is not only talented, but he is a fan. I've been saying this whole time. Let fans run superhero universes, not corrupt money-making employees. Just let fans make this shit because this is what you're gonna get. Superhero fatigue is not a thing. This movie proved it with its beautiful storytelling and its beautiful backstories as well. Dangerous Man. What a fucking stupid movie. I need to go on a movie marathon with Steven Seagal. Take the most cheesiest action film you can think of. This goes above that. No. It makes it more cheesy. I don't know how. Alright? There's a lot of jump cuts. The action isn't that great. I'm not saying the choreograph is bad. I just can't fucking understand it. What the hell is going on? Because it's always like... you can't understand what the fuck is happening throughout this movie. I saw this on MeTV. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. I love me some Don Knotts. Don Knotts is actually a genius comedian. Yeah, overall, this movie was fun, I would say. It was a fun, old... it wasn't a horror movie. It wasn't a horror movie. It had horror elements, like the haunted house and the ghost. But it wasn't a horror movie. I think it was more of a comedy thriller, probably. Because... Really, Discord? Because he's trying to figure out what the hell happened, but everyone's giving him praise, and now they want the proof of that the house is actually haunted. Blade Runner. The Final Cut. I can safely say that I watched the best version of this. This utopian world is established a lot more, especially with the announcer, the coloring. I took a utopian class, and I understood that I was watching a utopian film. I wasn't watching like a sci-fi mystery film. I was watching a utopian mystery film. Overall, I enjoyed it. I definitely need to give this a second watch to understand it a lot more. But some things tied in when I watched a video essay. It was brilliantly produced, I must say. It wasn't half-assed, but they definitely should have gave the director his final cut. Like, we should have gave Zack Snyder his chance. Grand Budapest Hotel. I love me some Wes Anderson. He's a fucking amazing director. Think of reaction videos. When you react to the reaction of the reaction of the reaction of the original film, that's what this movie was. A girl's reading a book of a guy hearing a story about the first hotel servant. Christ, I don't remember. Of his journey with the first owner of the Budapest Hotel. It was a whole chain, but it all came together towards the end. And he had the guy who heard the story, he had to make sure that it got out because I love the story. It showed character growth and it showed character understanding as well. But the cinematography too. Like, I'm sorry. I don't Zack Snyder, he's a fucking great cinematographer. Nobody's topping Wes Anderson, okay? I'm sorry. Nobody's topping him. And finally, What Lies Beneath. And I had to watch another Harrison Ford movie. Indiana Jones is coming up. I gotta watch Indiana Jones 5. This was a nice little thriller. Unfortunately, I already knew the ending, but I didn't see the whole movie. I wanted to see the whole movie and like what actually happened. Shit had me confused as well. There was definitely some care into it. Plus, you could see like this was one of the first movies to include like realistic CGI. It's kind of like The Great Gatsby. Like there's not really a lot to talk about, but it's still a good movie. Actually, it is a lot like Great Gatsby. CGI and the story is just basic. And I should mention too, before I go, Harrison Ford always kicks ass in whatever he's in. Except that dog movie, The Secret Life of Pets. He didn't even want to be in it. Yeah, I already watched 2 movies for June, but still got a long ways to go.